Hi, welcome to this video day, which is on the 13th of September. It's Friday. We're just going to be looking at the British pound today, and also one of our favourite ways of doing trade entries via breakouts. Now, we did look at the pound a few days ago. We'll look at the same pairs again and update my view. We're going to look at GBP USD, GBP CAD, and Euro GBP. We'll go to the charts in a moment. I'm also going to go through just a simple way of using sentiment or judging sentiment to back up your technicals and just basically get the odds more on your side. Now, in terms of the charts, we're going to go and take a look at them right now. But please do keep in mind, it is my view as of this specific moment in time. It can, of course, change in line with the market conditions. If you want all our trading techniques and our daily technical sentiment analysis of 14 Forex pairs, you get live access to our member centre for a limited period on the link beneath this video. Right, in terms of trade setups, going to do GBP USD first. Right, on GBP USD daily chart, I'll draw my technical levels in a moment. I'll also go through the technique. But first of all, let's look at the fundamentals and sentiment behind the chart. Now, I covered these in the video I did a few days ago, but I'm just going to cover them briefly for new viewers. So point number one, both the UK and EU want to avoid a no deal. It's not just the UK. The EU are desperate to avoid a no deal as well because uncertainty is hitting both economies. When you read the press, it's all about uncertainty hitting the UK economy. It's doing the same in Eurozone. And, Eurozone has got problems. It's nearly in recession. A no deal Brexit just guarantees a recession. Now, in terms of the sticking point in the negotiations, it's the Irish backstop, and there's going to be a solution found to this. And UK PM Boris Johnson is rumoured to be really active in trying to get a solution, looking at maybe a border in the Irish Sea, etc. They will find a solution, the two sides, and they're talking, okay, which is very important. Everyone thinks the EU is going to be totally inflexible. They won't. They want a deal, and you've got basically Boris Johnson. He's going for talks with Jean-Claude Juncker this weekend. Then he's off to see the Luxembourg PM. Probably other European leaders will follow. He's already seen Angela Merkel and Macron in France. So both sides want a deal. And point number three is interesting because odds of a no deal are low, and they were even low when the GBP sold off to 120 when Forex traders thought that a no deal was really going to come. You want to look at the bookies odds. If you go just try and place a simple bet on a no deal Brexit, you're not going to get very good odds at all. I always think the bookies are very rarely wrong. I don't think they're wrong in this instance either. Now, UK data is okay. Inflation at the BOE target's above it. Rate rise coming? I think so. UK needs a rate rise. It's the only central bank that needs to raise rates. It's very important. Other central banks are on hold or are cutting. That's heavily bullish behind the charts as well. However, sold is the GBP. Well, 150 is fair value outside of Brexit. I'm not saying it's going to go to 150, but it's certainly going to go a reasonable distance to the upside, which I'll come to in a moment. Another point in favour of the British pound is smart money heavily long, dumb money is heavily short. Okay, you see that on COT net traders positions. Commercial smart money, big long position, spec short, 1.5 year extremes. There's plenty of stops to be hit in the market. Now, in terms of down here, came through the 120 level, key monthly level, did the monthly chart in my last video, and that was the exhaustion of the selling. The bad news is in the price. We waited for a little bit more confirmation, came in on that blue. So 121.50, we're now up at 124.57, so 300 pips so far, although obviously we're hoping for more, but we are going to protect ourselves, so to speak. Now, in terms of what we do like is we will normally do breakouts through round numbers. Round numbers are very important. I keep saying this because there's a lot of order flow around them. Okay, what we like also is when you get a volatility drop. It's only for 3 candles here before the breakout. when volatility drops, you very often get a big move come after, and the volatility turns to high. Okay, and that's what we were looking for, just basically a break of 124, and we know that there's going to be stops here, speculative stops. So we're looking for this blue candle to finish firm and run on to the upside. Okay, so we're watching for follow through. I'll come to that in a moment. But in terms of now we've broken out, we can bring our stop up and behind this big blue body, really. So behind that blue tail, that's good enough, I think. Now, in terms of 50-50 to reduce risk, when we broke up here and then we stalled, we'll take 50% of our trade off. We've got 50% in the bank. Can't lose on the other trade. We'll make a minor profit. And this is a very volatile pair, so playing safe. Okay, we will miss a little bit of profit by taking out that 50%, but we will make money. Okay, just safety first because of the volatility. Now we're above 124. Are we going to hold the trade over the weekend, or will we take 50% off? Now, I'm doing this a few hours before the close, but I'll decide when I do my PM update for the Members Centre. If we finish near the highs or at the high, I'll hold. If we slump back towards 124, around the level, I'll probably take 50% off. I'll decide that later. In terms of this type of breakout, use the round numbers. Volatility drop beforehand is always good. You will tend to find low volatility, if it turns to high volatility in the way that you thought, then you can get follow through. Particularly if there's stops on the other side to be run. There's some stops being run here, obviously, but when we come to GBP CAD, you'll see how much that one's gone up. I really like GBP CAD. We'll come to that in a moment. I've already said watch, follow through. Okay, just you want the strong close, and you do a 50-50 to reduce the risk if necessary. This type of breakout trading is really effective if you make a judgment of sentiment. If I didn't know the sentiment in a pair, or I didn't study sentiment, price action breakouts, they wouldn't be as effective. You wouldn't get such high odds, in my view. So you don't have to do anything complicated with sentiment. Pretty easy to look at the COT net traders positions and even form your own view of if there are going to be stops behind a level. Right, we've looked at GBP USD. The next pair we're going to look at is GBP CAD, and it's one of my favourites. GBP CAD, last two pairs, I'm just going to use the charts from our member centre. I've already drawn in all the levels, so just quickly explain how we view the trade. Now, in terms of this level here, 123, a round number, some tests there, a couple more tests there, 3 low volatility candles. We're looking for a big move. We know speculators are heavily short on the other side of this level. Know that from the COT net traders report. So when the blue candle comes, or it has come now, we're looking for the stops to get rolled. Okay, and it looks like they are. We've had a nice move up, high volatility. So it's working as we want it to work. Of course, if it broke up and then suddenly came back off the highs, you can always just freeze the trade out. But we're up at 165.36. We're in at 161.50. So 400 pips. Okay. What are we going to do? Do we take 50%? On this one, if we stay above 165, the round number, I will take. I will not take in 50%. I'll leave the trade open. If we close below the level, I'll take 50% off as a precaution. But for me, this one, I really like it because GBP most oversold major currency this year, CAD the most overbought. This one, in my view, has got more potential than GBP USD. I'm looking for a move up. Well, you can see it. Put 170. I haven't drawn the line in though. Then 175. But I might even revise that target up. I just think the pound in this pair really going higher. It's one of my favourites. So it's a nice breakout of a round number, you know the specs are on the other side, the volatility drops before go with the breakout. So a bit similar to GBP USD. Now we're going to look at one more pair, which is going to be Euro GBP. Slightly different type of setup, but let me just find it. So we want GBP, sorry, Euro GBP. Here it is. Let me make my chart a bit bigger. Okay, so here's Euro GBP. My own view on this one, I just going all the way down to 85 and then probably down to 80. We followed this one down for a reasonable amount of time, 91.80, and now we're at 88.79. And my view with this one, doing breakout slightly differently. When we came down here, we advised taking a break of the round number. That worked. Now I'd advise just taking a breakout through those three bodies that you can see. So sorry, two bodies and a tail. And in terms of this is not the same as the other two in terms of a breakout, or in terms of the way the breakout is done. But if we're looking, to sell or buy, we like coming through levels, getting breaks of levels that are normally round numbers. It's one of our favourite ways of getting in the market. So the pound, it's looking pretty good at the moment. It is volatile. I do think there could be some more twists and turns along the way in terms of Brexit, but from a longer term perspective, the pound is going way higher, in my view, of course. Right, that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching me as usual. Take care. Have a good day.